Big Ed and Rosemarie Vega's relationship played out in season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days. And viewers couldn't get enough of the couple and their train wreck romance. From the cringeworthy shaving request, to the toothpaste, to the unforgivable secrets and lies. Here's the truth on why these two really hit the skids.
What do you see?
I see what I like.
Big Ed was scrolling through social media one day when he came upon Rosemarie's photo. He was immediately enchanted by her, quote, beautiful eyes, as he revealed to Fox News and decided to add her to his list of friends.
And I come across Rosemarie's picture and I'm like, oh my God.
Out of the blue, the two actually started communicating, which led to more than a few FaceTime chats and eventually Rose sending him some selfies. Ed explained, she would text me in the morning, ask me how I was, and by the time about 2 to 3 weeks went by, we were literally FaceTiming. I mean, 3 to 4 times a day. I have never experienced anything like this in my life.
So it's kind of cute.
Their online conversations became a regular thing, with the two engaging in video chats each morning. Ed recalled, she became the best part of my day, basically. When Big Ed finally traveled to the Philippines to shift their online relationship to the physical world, he admitted the anticipation, the excitement, and the anxiety around that was just, it was a trip. It was a complete trip. Ed was born with a rare skeletal disorder in which the bones in his spine are fused together. For Ed, this resulted in a neck condition that limited his range of motion, which in turn created his distinctive physical characteristics. As he explained on YouTube, the condition has left him with a large rib cage and short stature.
My height is something that I'm very self-conscious of, but it's something that I've been able to overcome because I'm Big Ed.
During an appearance on Access Daily, Ed commented on footage that aired on 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days documenting the first time that he and Rose first came face-to-face at that airport, she expressed her surprise at Ed's height because he had previously claimed he was just as tall as she was.
I expected you are tall to me. But
More tall.
short to me.
When her first reaction to meeting him was to point out that he was actually shorter than her, Ed was taken aback, later admitting,
So that was kind of a gut punch.
the 3-decade age gap could have been a big obstacle for Ed and Rose. When they appeared on the show, he was 54, while she was just 23. In an interview with the Nighttime Show podcast, Ed admitted that the age gap was never an issue for him, adding, I never thought of her as this young girl. But he was certainly apprehensive about how Rose would feel about him being so much older. At one point early in their online relationship, Ed decided to lay it all out on the table, revealing, the first conversation we had was, look, Rose, I'm 54, I'm old enough to be your dad. And she's like, well, you're actually 1 year older than my dad. Assuming his age was a deal breaker, Ed quickly shifted gears and suggested they keep their relationship in the friend zone and leave it at that. But then Rose said something that changed everything. Ed recalled, she's like, no, age is just a number. I'll never forget that. You know, age is just a number. During a particularly memorable moment from the show, Ed asked Rose for a so-called favor, requesting in the most excruciatingly awkward way possible that she take an STD test.
It's a test for I don't know if you understand it, it's STD.
As she listened to him stammer and dance around what he was trying to say, she finally responded, and not in the way in which Ed had hoped.
I'm disappointed.
Rose added she wasn't exactly feeling the love in the moment, sharing with producers that the request wounded her emotionally, adding,
I feel hurt. I feel, my heart cracked.
even worse, Ed refused to be tested himself while in the Philippines. In an interview with South Africa's Channel 24, Ed explained, honestly, I wasn't comfortable with someone sticking in a needle in my arm in the country or the area I was in because it was so desolate. In hindsight, he admitted he could have handled the whole thing a lot less clumsily and claimed he regretted not getting himself tested before embarking on his trip. He ultimately did get an STD test when he returned to the US, telling Channel 24 it came back clear. Perhaps the season's most controversial moment occurred the morning after Big Ed and Rose were intimate for the first time. In bed together, he asked for a kiss, which she refused, claiming his beard hurt her face. That led Ed to offer a bargain.
Okay, here's the deal. If you shave your legs, I'll shave my beard.
Why?
Rosemarie initially balked but gave in and shaved anyhow, prompting Ed to make good on his promise. Fans took to social media to slam Ed, including one Twitter user who wrote, "Big Ed and Shoulders got a lot of nerve criticizing unshaven legs for someone who has no neck, lied about his height by 6 inches, and uses mayo as a conditioner."
I smell like an egg salad sandwich.
Another person tweeted, "Rose need to tell him he ain't no George Clooney either."
He smell sour, and maybe it's because of mayo on his hair.
Big Ed responded to the social media backlash by admitting to Us Weekly that he'd had a bad morning because, quote, all of the haters came out. On the show, Big Ed gifted Rose some mouthwash, toothpaste, and toothbrush, informing her that her, quote, breath is not pretty. Ed once again had egg on his face when she later informed him her halitosis was due to an ulcer, not poor dental hygiene. Ed's comment led to even more backlash on Twitter, with one person commenting on his repeated missteps. Watching Big Ed is like watching somebody slip on a banana peel over and over.
My track record with relationships is not very good.
Ed's fellow 90 Day Fiancé star Ricky Reyes was so disgusted with the toothbrush incident, he called Ed out in a since-deleted social media post, writing, "Big Ed, this shit ain't funny. You just disrespected a woman who already allowed you to film her home, and you showed no class." As viewers witnessed while watching the story of Ed and Rose unfold, Big Ed hadn't been entirely honest with Rose before they finally met in person. In addition to adding a few inches to his height, he also didn't come clean about his thoughts on having a family. As the father of a 29-year-old daughter from his first marriage, Ed revealed to viewers that he had no intention of having another child. He did not, however, share that info with Rose. When it came to fathering more children, he told Fox News, "I wasn't ready to do that." Rose, however, was upfront with Ed about her desire to have another child. She was already mother to a 4-year-old son, Prince, from a previous relationship. For his part, Ed did admit, "I wasn't completely honest with Rose."
I don't want any more kids. I want to get a vasectomy, but I don't want to tell her.
In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Ed claimed he had finally realized that his dishonesty was the source of his problems, admitting, "It's never a good idea to lie. You have to be honest, and I'm learning that. Even though you have strong feelings for someone, it's better to get it out in the open." When Rose confronted Ed asking why he didn't tell her his feelings on children at the get-go, she also ran down a list of all his other lies and the various ways he made her feel belittled.
You give me feel a little bit pressure. I think you not love me.
The situation did not improve when Ed divulged to her that he scheduled an appointment to have a vasectomy, or as he explained it, a quote, snip-snip. Rosemarie appeared devastated, reminding him that she always wanted to have another child.
Because I told Ed so many times I want baby.
Ed was dismayed the following morning to discover Rosemarie had left.
When I woke up this morning, she was gone.
Her exit also led him to realize he'd made a big assumption that she definitely wanted to marry him, while he was still trying to figure out whether he wanted to be with her at all. Considering all of the uncomfortable moments that were aired on TV, viewers were left questioning the status of Ed and Rose's relationship. But in May 2020, Ed confirmed what fans already suspected. They split. He told ET Canada, "We have parted ways with a heavy heart. The breakup is so fresh that I'm just going to keep an open mind."
In the end, it was too much for her, Mom. It was too many. She didn't think I trusted her.
Defending his overall lack of tact, Ed offered, "It's been a while since I've been in a relationship. I wasn't trying to be offensive in any way, and never have I said anything negative, nor will I ever, about Rose. I have respect for her." Following the airing of the infamous toothbrush incident, Rose took to social media to share her thoughts on what viewers had just witnessed. In an Instagram live video, Rose directed her thoughts at Ed, saying, "How dare you embarrass me in front of millions of people? Please, people, don't believe him. He's fake. He doesn't really care about me. He just wants to be famous. That's why he's doing that."
So always embraced me.
After calling Ed out for using her in his pursuit of reality TV fame, she then doubled down on his fibbing, declaring, "All of the words that come out of his mouth are all lies. He did not care about me, especially my son."
I have a ton of stuff for her son, Prince. I have candy, toothpaste. I'm bringing toys.
Rosemarie also responded to allegations that she was only after Ed's money, denying she ever received anything from him, adding, He never gave me a penny. It's all lies. After Big Ed confirmed that it was all over between him and Rose, things took an unexpected turn when a rumor began winding its way throughout social media. According to the claim, Rose had since gotten married to a woman. Ed responded to the unverified claims in an interview with Entertainment Tonight, admitting he had, quote, no idea whether there was any truth to the allegation. He was dubious about the accuracy of the rumor, though, adding, 90% of the stuff I read online is not true.
Oh, God.
Later, Rose addressed the rumor on Instagram, responding to a comment asking point blank whether it was true that she'd gotten engaged. She replied, the rumor that I'm engaged to a woman is not true. Stop the lies. When Big Ed first met Rosemarie's family, everyone seemed to hit it off. Apparently, though, that friendliness didn't last, at least when it came to Rose's sister, Maria.
I am worried about meeting her sister, Maria.
As Soap Dirt reported, Maria slammed Ed on social media. According to a rough translation offered by the outlet, she accused Ed of running what she called a scam and hoped for his demise, adding, F you, Ed. You just used my sibling just to make money. May you die and receive karma.
Her sister texted me the other night. She basically said, I need help. My store's going to close. And she's asking me for money.
As viewers of the show, of course, will recall, this was the same sister who messaged Ed and asked him for money, leading him to become suspicious that Rose was secretly pulling the strings and running a scam on him.
I'm done with this right now. I want out of here.
After his breakup with Rose, Big Ed found himself in some hot water when a woman identifying herself with the handle Lordakeet shared a TikTok video featuring on-screen text reading, I would like to introduce you to the man who harassed and assaulted me. That was followed by video footage of Ed from the show, indicating exactly who she was accusing. But Ed didn't bother to offer a response to her allegations.
I'll always have you. I'll always have my titty. He's a good boy.
Meanwhile, Rose has seemingly moved on since her breakup with the 90 Day Fiancé star, taking to social media to share photos and videos of herself living her best life. And in an Instagram post, she announced she would even be launching her own YouTube channel. Along with videos of herself and her son Prince attempting the Chubby Bunny Challenge and paying a visit to her father's farm, she also posted a video introducing herself. In her first vlog, she opened up about such topics as her hobbies and favorite Bible verse. And tellingly, there was no mention of Big Ed. Still, Rose's YouTube venture seemed to be an instant hit. Her first video attracted more than 3 million views within a month of her posting it in May 2020.
God bless you all. I love you. See you!
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.